Now let's talk about how to use the symbols addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and parentheses to make an equation true. We're going to want to fill in the blanks in between all these different numbers and figure out which option will give us the answer of 60. In order to do this, we're going to need to remember our order of operations. Our order of operations comes in 3 simple steps. We're going to start with our first step of parentheses, then we're going to do multiplication and division from the left to the right as our second step, and our third step is going to be addition and subtraction, also moving from the left to the right. So any problem we come to, we're going to start with what's in the parentheses, then do multiplication and division together, then do addition and subtraction together. So let's look at our different options. Option A is in parentheses 6 plus 4, and then times 8 divided by 2 minus 9 times 3. Let's see what this would come out to. We're going to start with our first step, which is whatever's in the parentheses. 6 plus 4 is 10. Now that we've done our first step, we're going to move on to our second step, which is multiplication and division. If we have 10 times 8 divided by 2 minus 9 times 3, we're going to start with the left and move to the right, and we'll find our first multiplication or division sign is this multiplication sign. So now we'll have 10 times 8, which will give us 80. And we're going to want to divide that by 2, since as we move from the left to the right, that'll be our next step. 80 divided by 2 is 40. So now we'll have 40 minus 9 times 3. Now, 9 times 3 is 27. So we're going to rewrite our equation as 40 minus 27. We skipped over the subtraction to move on to the multiplication because we haven't moved on to our third step yet. Now, if we do 40 minus 27, we're going to come out with an answer of 13. 13 is not the same as 60, so option A is not the correct solution. Now, let's try option B. Here we have 2 sets of parentheses. We have 4 plus 8 in parentheses, and we have 9 minus 3 in parentheses. So we're going to work each of these out. 4 plus 8 is 12, and 9 minus 3 is 6. So now we can rewrite our equation as 6 times 12 minus 2 times 6. Now that we've done everything in our parentheses, we're going to move on to our second step, which is multiplication and division. If we do multiplication and division working from the left to the right, our first stop is going to be this 6 times 12. Now 6 times 12 is 72. We're not going to do our subtraction yet because we're still working on multiplication and division, so we're going to skip right over to this 2 times 6. Now 2 times 6 is 12. So now we have 72 minus 12 being our last step. 72 minus 12 is 60, which is the answer we were looking for. So option B is the correct solution.